Hi everybody, I am Shub and this is Little Wisdom. Here we look into science and spirituality to strengthen our wisdom and self-awareness. Follow us on Instagram if you are on social media at Little Wisdom Podcast and stay connected. Okay, let's jump into today's episode. Here's my question. What is my purpose? I'm confident you've asked yourself that, and today I'm going to open my box of thoughts, tips, and writing and give you 3 questions that you can ask yourself to get some clarity. All right, so get comfortable, and here we go. You're on your way home after a long, hard day at work in a bus that's packed with people and smelling of sweaty PE school children. As you reflect on the day and wish for fresh air, you think about getting home to your favorite couch and then wonder, is there more to life than this? More than the daily grind and the cycle of waiting for weekends or vacations and off days. Deep inside, you feel there's a hidden you with a different dream waiting for his or her time in the world. It can leave you feeling that something is missing. So what is missing? Let's try purpose. By purpose, I don't mean tasks. I don't mean the checklist of things that need to be done or the profound meaning of becoming an enlightened spiritual being. Although that would be wonderful. I think it'll make a lot of us very blissful. And we need it. But the purpose I'm referring to is what makes you wake up every day and you feel when you're getting ready that yes, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is why I'm here. And this feeling can very much carry on throughout your life. Because I think this is one of the biggest misconceptions about purpose is that you have only one. No, you can have one, but sometimes you can have more. Because you will develop and grow, and your purpose will also change. And that's perfectly normal. If it doesn't, that is normal too. All right? So don't worry about that. We grow, so does our purpose. So to some people that are seeking answers, it comes to them through spiritual retreats or experiences high in the mountains. But let's face it, not all of us can do that. Especially if you have altitude sickness and your bum turns to buns of steel in the cold, then it's probably not something that you're going to enjoy. But we everyday people, however, can still very much find our purpose. Well, to be honest, you don't need to find your purpose. It will find you. Your purpose exists in the hidden depths of your heart. Yes, very cliched, but I'm going to stick to it. It basically means that somewhere within you, you already know. As Paolo Coelho has said in The Alchemist, which by the way is my favorite book, when Santiago asks, why do we have to listen to our hearts? Because wherever your heart is, that is where you will find your treasure. Man, that's beautiful. I love that book. It's possible that your purpose has whispered to you before, or it maybe still does, and your logical mind has told it to shush. And the more you shush it, the more you wonder about what is missing. So, instead of running in circles pondering and trying to crack our heads about this, and dismissing it and saying there's no such thing as purpose, try these 3 questions and see if they help. Okay, number 1. What would you want to do even if you didn't get paid for it? This question is going to have 2 groups of people. Actually, wait, it could have 3 because some people want to get paid for everything. Actually, no, I disagree. I think even those people just haven't found that purpose yet. But okay, for the other 2, there are going to be those with generic ideas and some that have more specific ideas. For example, if someone desires to change people's lives for the better, then think about what you mean by better. Do you mean better in terms of skills, charity, health, or something else? The other group will have less ambiguous responses, like music, safeguarding and defending the country, maybe health, fitness. Now, quick note here. Don't overthink the response to this question. Especially don't overthink it by adding practical elements and stressors of how is this going to work? This is impossible. It's not going to pay the bills. I have a family to feed, and so on. This question is just to brainstorm some initial ideas, not to make plan. So if there was no monetary reward, what would you want to do anyway? Because the passion would pay more than the currency ever would. Number 2, what moves you from the core of your being? By this, I don't mean move you for a few days or a week when you see something on TV. I mean they stay with you and they occupy your mind even for weeks and months after. Think of humanitarian issues. Now, while that would move a majority of the human race due to the way that we are wired and our empathy and the emotional intensity of these incidents, there will only be some who will continue to reflect and feel this urge to want to resolve those issues in the long run. Even after the initial intensity of the emotions has settled, this group of people will still feel the tug to want to do something about it. For other people, it could be things like the natural world. You can lose yourself in it, admiring and learning about its engineering and beauty. Maybe for you, it's history, because you're fascinated with the past and you connect with it more than the present. Perhaps it's traveling, not just for the thrill, for a vacation, or to name drop, but because you feel renewed and are taken in by the cultural depth of this planet. So think about what makes you itch in a good way, and you want that itch to continue. Okay, now we come to number 3, the last question. Who are the people you look at and want to emulate? Is there someone you look at and think, wow, I so badly want to do something like that, or I would love to have those skills and achieve what she has or what he has? Wanting to be paired opposite your favorite actor so you can stare at them like a creep up close doesn't count. I think that's more for me. But wanting to act and be cast for their roles for the love of art and the craft of acting, yes, that does. For some, this could be taking inspiration from Malala Yousafzai because of the desire to bring education to girls in specific communities. Or the late Steve Irwin because you want to combine conservation with entertainment. Celebrities and famous people aside, this could be your grandfather maybe, because you admire him for his specific qualities, or maybe a skill set which you want to learn for yourself and share with the world. Okay, those are the 3 questions. It's possible that you may have answers to all 3, which is great. Maybe you have answers to just one, or maybe none. But either ways, it's okay, because regardless, purpose has an ability to find its own question in order to reveal itself as the answer. Okay, don't be disheartened, because when it's your purpose, it's yours, and it will come to you. It will find you, and when it does, this is the most important part, you need to recognize it and be brave enough to listen to your heart to take that leap of faith. Don't be intimidated, because that leap of faith doesn't need to be a big one. It can start small, and it can fit into your current life. You just have to want it, and you have to be willing to work for it. You don't need to quit your job and scream freedom once you discover it. Building on that purpose doesn't also mean that you replace it with your 9-to-5 immediately. Okay, we live in a world where survival is important. We have to be practical. So do what you need to do to survive, but consider creating the foundation for this purpose on the side. Maybe on the weekends, weekday nights. Get your friends, get your spouse involved. Tell your family. Maybe not all of them together. Pick one, because then it's a bit overwhelming. But remember, wherever your heart is, there you will find your treasure. And your treasure can be your purpose, can be your family. But when you're connected to your purpose, everything else seems to fit into place. All right. Thanks for joining me again today. Remember, if you're feeling that itch, scratch it for relief with those 3 questions. What would you do even if you didn't get paid for it? What moves you deep from within and stays with you long after? And who are the people whose footsteps you want to follow? If you know someone exploring this conversation or thinking about this, Dana, thinking, what am I supposed to do, man? Then share this with them too. Take care, and I'll catch you on Instagram at Little Wisdom Podcast. And I also wanted to share that we have a monthly newsletter where I give you an exclusive tip of the month along with some updates of what's been happening. So if you want to be on that, go to littlewisdompodcast.com and you can sign up there. All right, stay wise, my friends. Take care of yourselves. Please stay healthy, mask up, and be happy. Bye-bye.